Tonight, we're getting clarity on how the Austin Police Department works with Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Now, this comes after a 911 call led to a woman and her daughter, who's a U.S. citizen, being deported. Senior reporter Tony Plahetsky and Kelsey Sanchez are both here. Look, they spent the day looking into this for us.
Yeah, we start with Tony. So, Tony, what is the latest with APD's policy?
So this all centers on what is called an administrative warrant. And after this case erupted in recent days, the Austin Police Department has made some modifications in the direction that it is giving officers. However, officers still have the discretion of calling ICE if they come across one of these administrative warrants. Authorities and APD officials say that they have to continue operating within state law, which, by the way, bans local governments from stopping local law enforcement from interacting with ICE if they come across a warrant, including this type of administrative warrant. However, one tweak that has been made to the guidance that Austin police officers are given is that they may not wait for ICE to come pick up one of these people who is the subject of one of those administrative warrants. And if they do plan to wait for ICE to arrive to effectuate an arrest, they have to get permission from a higher up. And the police chief is encouraging officers and their supervisors to only do that, she says, in cases in which the warrant is for a person who poses a threat to public safety here in our community.
All right, so Tony, what happens next?
So the guidance was sent to police officers in recent days, but inside City Hall and inside the police department, there is still some conversation about actually putting that within the Austin Police General Orders. That is the guiding principle for Austin police officers. Those conversations and the actual crystallization of a potential policy, that process is still ongoing at this time.
Thank you, Tony. We want to bring in now KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez to add to this story tonight.
And Kelsey, several Austin City Council members have brought up concerns about how APD works with ICE. So what have you heard from them today?
That's right, Mark and Quita. When I talked to council members today, they told me that they were alarmed by the situation and they're just seeking some clarity. While Austin Police Chief Lisa Davis says that she plans to update policy, I did talk with council members Chito Vela and Vanessa Fuentes, who say they want to make sure that policy complies with the law while protecting the immigrant community. Now, city leaders do say that the uncertainty over how APD handles those administrative warrants from ICE could lead to people not calling police for help when they need to. Now, Councilmember Fuentes told me the city has been talking to APD and have asked Chief Davis to participate in an event with the Latino community so they can get answers directly from her. The goal is to make sure there's no room for interpretation and what APD's orders actually entail.
If our immigrant community does not feel safe communicating with the Austin Police Department, then there are going to be criminals who are not going to be arrested. There's going to be dangerous folks out there, suspects that we're not aware of. We need them to tell us what's going on so we can find those folks and get them off the street.
We want to make sure that that is really clear, that there's no room for interpretation, and that folks know exactly what to do, what they have to do, and what's at discretion.
So while Tony mentioned APD is already working to update those general orders, both members told me they look forward to going over those updates. And amid operations, leaders are also encouraging people to know their rights. And actually next week, the Austin Police Oversight are hosting 2 events where people can join in person or virtually to know exactly what their rights are.
That's right. It helps to know what is, what isn't. This is a delicate line to toe for sure.
Exactly. And it's very important to know exactly what is right, what is wrong. So that's just hoping the community is informed properly.
Kelsey, thank you. Tony, we appreciate it.